Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back today for another video. So it's so exciting, man. The next seasonal event has begun. First we had Winter of Woe, and that was an absolute blast. Now we have Spring of Sorrow. So we have an Iron Fist boss up first, but if you look behind Iron Fist here, 2 weeks from now, we are going to be fighting an Onslaught boss. Oh man, that's going to be an interesting one. But let's go ahead and jump in today, check out this Iron Fist, what he's got going on. He has a lot going on because it's an Iron Fist. He's not a defender, but these nodes make this tricky for sure. So first and foremost, if you don't like root, you're going to hate this fight because there is a lot of root. First we have I am root, which is whenever they throw a special, we're rooted. And then we have encroaching root, so every 12 seconds you're going to be rooted for 4 seconds. And then one of my least favorite nodes in the entire game is here, pressure gauge. I hate this node so much, which is essentially, every time you do a hit, you gain 1 value. Every time you block or use a special attack, you lose 1 value. If you go to 10, you explode. You take like 80% of your health just gone. If you go to 0, you lose all your power. So it's a real juggling act with that. It's going to be fun. And then we have Ebb and Flow Heavy. So if Ebb and Flow Knockdown, your specials aren't going to do anything. It has to specifically be a heavy attack knockdown. Then we have Steady as She Goes. Each time the attacker blocks an attack, the defender gains 25% inexorable passive. This is actually kind of nice because it keeps Iron Fist close to you, even while you're rooted, so you can keep attacking him. Then we have All Natural. The attacker cannot gain buffs, and the defender cannot be inflicted with debuffs. Oh, bro, I want to use Spot for these kind of fights. Spot is objective champion, but if he can't place debuffs, then he can't build his charges. So he's garbage for this. This frustrates me. Then we have Ride Block. Whenever the attacker blocks hit during the defender's special attacks, they gain a non-stacking bulwark passive, increase the block efficiency by 60%. For 9 seconds, well-timed block increases the bonus to 90%. So this is really nice. It lets you block a lot of attacks. Then we have Kinetic Convenience, or Conveyance. The attacker, whenever the defender strikes the attacker's block, the attacker gains 8% of their max power. So I read that wrong the very first time I was doing this fight. Usually, it's Kinetic Transference where the opponent, gains power. But no, it's you gain power when they hit your block. So you do have a lot of power to work with. And we have Adamant Axiom. The effects of this quest nodes, the quests and battleground nodes cannot have their ability actually modified. So yeah, a whole bunch of stuff here. Now as far as what champions you can use, so the last one here is Science Champion tagged as size S. So my Spider Pig here is a size S Science Champion, and he's rank 3. So that's who I'm going to be using for that objective. And then we have use a Fantastic Four or a Force Tag Champion. I'm going to be using Human Torch for that one. And then the final one is Size M and Defensive Utility Combat Style. So let's go pull those up, because I know Spot's in there, but I mean, I haven't tried Spot yet. Maybe I'll still use him, because I mean, like, Spider-Ham can't really work either. He doesn't get hold on, we gotta put all selected tags. There we go. Spider-Ham, he's not applying his power stings or anything. And I was using Spider-Ham. I mean, he was working still pretty good. Torch is the best option, though, from what I've tested so far. His Nova Flames don't care. But yeah, these are the champions available for these tags: Defense, Utility, and Size M. So I'm not sure. Maybe I'll see how Spot works. I haven't tried him yet. I was just kind of mad when I saw that he couldn't be applying debuffs. But yeah, so that's this fight. I'm going to be back in a little bit with some solos, hopefully. So should be a couple seconds for you guys. Be back. Alright guys, so I just blew my own mind. So literally like less than 15 minutes after recording this first part of the video, I planned to do Human Torch and Spider-Ham. I'm going to save that for a separate video because I want this one to be dedicated to my man Spot. I was even underrating one of my absolute favorite champions in the entire game, Spot. I didn't think it was going to work for this because I didn't think we were going to be able to build charges, but I learned we can gain charges in a unique way, specifically on heavy attacks. This fight is so weird with Spot. This was like my second or third attempt though, and I got the solo. Honestly, I think Spot is one of the best options for this, especially if you have a 7-star, get at least rank 2, man. I take the damage, from going to 10 charges, literally multiple times in this fight. But guess what? Spot has regen. You might be thinking, Spot has regen. He at 100% has regen, as long as you got willpower. I mean, Leg Spiker don't got willpower, so. But I definitely have willpower. And yeah, just throw the special one with Spot. You can throw so many specials this fight. You know, the attacker cannot get buffs on them, and the defender cannot get debuffs on them. But there's nothing saying that you can't put debuffs on yourself. So Spot self-inflicted buff immune debuff he applies to himself is free willpower healing here. And dude, this fight, if I could do it again, I'm sure I could have like a so much cleaner attempt and just finish it with like a fat special too. But this was me like still being completely clueless and just trying to learn this fight, and I still soloed it. So like I'm telling you guys, Spot is great for this. Yeah, like Spot's whole playstyle is all about, you know, blocking anyways, so that's what this fight is all about, man. Plus with those bulwarks, you know, he's just taking less and less damage. You know, we're still getting that instant rupture damage, and those are still building up the rupture bank. So that's the signature ability coming into play. So whenever those hits are working, I think we are building up one in the rupture bank. So, you know, if we have that active, you can see on each of these hits, it's going up a little bit by little bit because we're getting those instant rupture damages. So even though he's immune to debuffs, he's not immune to that instant rupture application. So yeah, Spot's working so much better than I even thought here. I'm so glad I decided to try him out. Man, oh man. And you know, sometimes I take too many block hits, sometimes that gets reset to 0. And then boom, right there, you see I just got exploded. I was like, oh no, there goes so much of my health. All good. Let's just toss a special one, and look at that. We're healing 610 health per second. We're getting that health back, man, and we can just keep tossing more and more special ones if needed, if need be. And plus, there's no downside to throwing the special one here. Absolutely zero downside. Throwing those special attacks, you know, is only going to lower the pressure gauge anyways. One thing to note though, if you're using Spot here, it totally messed me up at the start, is that if you're rooted, you cannot safely use your heavy attack. The first part will connect, but the second part will not. So like the first couple attempts, that was really screwing me up. I was like, okay, so if you're going to use Spot for this fight, just make sure you're untouchable and not rooted, and then you're free to heavy, you know, whatever. You don't even need to, you just throw a heavy whenever, because Iron Fist is completely susceptible to miss. So yeah, you don't have to worry at all here. So here I'm just gonna, oh yeah, that was a little sketchy. ate a special to the face. He decided to throw that there. Obviously be careful if he has power. You can see like this fight is not graceful at all. I'm still learning here, but guess what? It's working. It's working, and boom, we get another little rupture, or I mean debuff immunity, buff immunity, debuff on ourselves. We're getting that healing. And man, yeah, it's working. I'm really liking this. Just keep on throwing these special ones, get that regen. Also, pro tip, if you really want even more regeneration, what you want to do is simply build up your spots to 10, and that way the debuff will last even longer. I think it's a double on the duration. Let me pull up and made a double check. But yeah, it definitely increases the duration of that debuff, so you can get even more healing if you want. And I don't think I even bothered to build to 10, or I wasn't purposefully doing it here. Yeah, with the special one, yeah, it lasts for 10 seconds, and at 10 spots, it lasts for 20 seconds. So you literally double the duration if you build to 10 spots. So you're doubling the amount of regeneration that you're getting if you build to 10 spots on that special one. So let me see right there, just fooling around, heavying mid special. He misses the whole thing. Then we still land the heavy attack. Man, Spot is the freaking guy. He's so underrated. Spot is so underrated in the current climate of MCOC, man. It's crazy. But I'm so happy that I have a rank 3. I love this guy so much. And here, boom, pop that heavy attack. Yeah, there we go, man. I love Spotticus so much, dude. So you can see here, the rupture bank has been built up. Here, I was trying to, you know, get to a special 2. I just was not able to line it up. I would get too much power, or my power would be drained. So this fight is not going to end with a super thick, cool special 2. I wanted it to. You know, we got 30 of the rupture charges built up right now. Good job. such a fat special too. But right here, you know, I could have dropped it there, but the protection was up. I probably should have still just dropped it. Probably would have done a colossal amount of damage even still. But you can see on that heavy attack, dude, we did like 22,000 per hit on that heavy attack with the instant rupture damage. And then here, I exploded again. I was like, oh no, 2%. Uh-oh. We're knocking on death's door. Hello. So gonna go ahead and throw that special one, get some healing so we can take a couple of block hits here. Get that portal block, we're okay. Block some of this with the portal block, bulwark. Now we're chilling, just waiting out the roots. There we go, trigger untouchable. Pop the heavy, there we go, pop the special one here. Just cuz, get some more healing. And boom, man, that is an Iron Fist solo with the guy's spot. You know, one of my, like, probably third or fourth attempts. Still totally learning the fight. Spot is just that guy. We got detonated by the node twice, took so much damage, but guess what? We healed back so much of it, still got the solo, man. So if that doesn't convince you that Spot is an incredible option for this fight, I don't know what will. But that's going to go ahead and do it for my very first video on Spring of Sorrow, starting off with one of my absolute favorite champs in the game, only behind Stark Spidey. That is Spotticus, for the size M defensive utility combat style objective done with a solo. We'll be having another video coming soon with the other two using Human Torch and Spider Pig, so be on the lookout for that. But that's going to go ahead and do it for this one. This one is dedicated. It's a love letter to my boy Spot. I love you, Spot. Thank you for being such a G. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a like if so, subscribe for some more content. I will be going live later tonight. Going to be doing a little bit of a race to the Gladiator Circuit in Battlegrounds with Andrew the Rough and Liam, two incredible players. So be on the lookout for that stream tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace out.